Right, I'm constructing a 10-foot, 3-metre Space Zone 2 trampoline with a 3G enclosure. It's comes highly recommended, so I'll show you what I've done so far. This is the steel enclosure, which I found a little confusing initially, because these brackets are, I thought, to tighten the legs with the ring frame, but they don't. Even though this is as tight as you can possibly get it, you can actually pull the whole thing out, which is not. It's rather confusing. And then on top of that, you've got these springs which attach to the base netting, but rather confusingly, and I think in poor design, you have to put the netting onto the base mat before you attach it to the frame. And I'll show you what I've done. These little loops, these steel loops here, they have to go through little gaps in the netting. So basically what you have to do is take the loop and push it through an awkwardly small part of the netting edge, and you have to go all the way around, or around the entire netting before you attach it to the frame. And I've been assured by a neighbour who's had one of these that once the springs are all attached, that the frame then becomes quite sturdy. But at the moment, I'm not impressed at all with the way they are. I've just wiggled it and it's just come apart. So we'll see what happens next. But first of all, you've got to put all these loops in and then start attaching them. Now, the next thing you've got to remember is that these flaps, which house the support poles for the netting, have got to line up. With these poles. So when you're putting the netting up, you've got to make sure that you line each spring up so that this fits where the pole's going to go. So there we go. Hi.
How are you getting on?
Okay. Right, let's look this around. So if you want to the other side, you take it around there. So now we've got to line it up and make sure that we get the holes there. Have a look at the description. These you've got to tie on to the frame, so we've got it upside down. Yeah, so that's going to fold. That's going to fold over. So. So that once it's tight, it'll fold over. So now the question is, okay, with it. Yeah. Okay, so now we've got to tie. We've got to tie all these down. You know how to do it, don't you? Let me show you.
I don't know how to do a bow. I know how to do a normal kind of knot. I know how to do that.
Yeah. And then we don't want to do you don't want to do a double knot because it because then when you want to take it off you can't. So that's basically what we want to do. You can't do that. All right, no problem.
I can do normal knots. Can't do that.
I'll do them next. Right, the main reason for keeping all the brackets around the legs loose is so that you can fit these net supports. Because if when you're putting them in, you need to be able to jiggle the pole around a bit in order to find the hole. So once you've found that, then you can start tightening things up. Right, there is the trampoline now, fully constructed, and the sequence of events to get to this point is, once you've got the poles up and then you've fed the support wire around and then put it into the plastic links at the top, then you've got to make sure you've got these rubber washers in between the net support legs and the base supports. One thing I should mention is also that these need to be loose until the very last minute. That's the last thing you tighten up, because once these are tightened up, that tightens up the net support pole, and also the leg because this keeps the leg from falling out. So that's the last, tightening up these bolts in here, those ones in there. That's the last thing you need to do. So there we are. See them. And then the trampoline's finished. But it's not a simple frame to put up. It requires a lot of pre-assembly before you tighten anything up.